We can experience loneliness and isolation in our day-to-day life anyway. There doesn't have to be something extreme going on in the world around us, but it feels really vital to make a video on this topic at the moment. Writing can be a lonely pursuit, and if we're having to isolate, if we're having to keep away from others, it can really exacerbate that. So I want to explore today how loneliness and isolation can be experiences that we experience in the mind, and therefore experiences that we can start to shift by using our mind at the same time. So I hope you get value from this video, and I hope you get a few ways that you can start to use your imagination to really shift that fear or that loneliness and that isolation so that you can begin to feel connection and love and friendship, even if you aren't able to get out and about at the moment. I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you enjoy the spot that we bring you here today. The lonely writer, sitting here surrounded by nothing, or am I? The lonely mind is a mind that cannot see where connection can be found, where friendship or love can be felt. The pain of being isolated is the experience, and then that feeds into the way all experience from then on is perceived. There is nothing but wasteland, no soul, no chance of reprieve. I want for you to understand that I can sit here with my words, and I can also feel another form of company or connection. Nature is there to be felt, for example, and I can open up my mind and my heart to experience connection rather than concentrating on the seclusion or the fact of physical isolation. I can remind myself of how it feels to be in company, or how it feels to reach out my hand and have that hand taken by another. This is not an imagining that comes with the ache because it isn't real. This is an imagining that is filled with the wonder of the human mind and its capacity to create or change an experience at will. Yeah, you might be alone at your desk right now, and you can also be watching this and powerfully reminded of the thoughts that you have in your mind that will bring you the sensation of being in company. Those thoughts can bring you the sensation of laughter shared. Think of it as a truth that's happening right now, a truth as if it's really happening right now. So that ache of wanting something is replaced by the joy of actually being able to experience the power of love, the power of laughter, the power of friendship in the moment, no matter what is going on around you. Remember, isolation, loneliness, they start in the mind. And that means that they can also be undone in the mind. Whether you see yourself as the lonely writer, or your isolation is more about where you can or can't go right now, or who you can't be with, you can also remind yourself of the ways that you can accompany yourself. Befriend yourself in these challenging times. Loneliness can be that blank page, that open space where anything can take place if you let it. Let your imagination be the greatest company that you have ever experienced. When I was imagining coming out here, bringing my desk out here, I wanted to find somewhere that did look open and bleak, but also Liam and I, we were hoping that we would run into some horses so that we could have a few shots of trying to make that connection. So I guess you will have seen now from the footage that it was challenging to make that connection. These are wild horses, it's not what they're used to. And so it felt like a really interesting analogy of the current time. So even if you're watching this video and the virus has passed and you're really just watching this video because you're a writer and you're experiencing loneliness, or if you are watching this video because you're home and alone and that's how things have to be, I really wanted to demonstrate today that the loneliness is an experience that happens in the mind. And when I was trying to connect with those horses, it was really interesting because I had to negotiate what was going in my head, which is, oh, these horses don't want to be touched, and also trying to navigate a different way that I could feel connected to them, even though they kept walking away from me. And so that was a nice practice for me to know that there's always that place within us, within me, within you, that we can come into to really befriend and connect ourselves. And in those moments, even though the horses were walking away, I didn't feel that sense of loss. I just felt happy to be out here and to be present with whatever was going on. So that's my message to you. Whether you have someone with you, whether you don't have someone with you, it's that practice of coming within and using the mind and really reminding yourself of what connection feels like and comforting yourself with that right now. And we're here for you. We're here for you on this channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, then follow us. We really want to support you right now. We want to help you feel creative, and we want to really keep helping you to understand how you can use your imagination and really serve yourself right now. So do keep following along and we will be here for you. See you on the next one.